Brett made a decision that changed his life forever. He was presented with a child that was abandoned. Instead of avoiding or passing on the problem, Father Ray decided to take care of the child himself. That decision led to a series of initiatives that Father Ray made to help hundreds of underprivileged, unfortunate children and young adults with disabilities. Father Ray has passed away, but the projects he started to help others less fortunate live on. The Father Ray Foundation continues to help over 800 children and young adults with disabilities who have been abandoned and deprived of a normal, loving, and productive life. Migrant parents who are working on construction sites or other service jobs in Pattaya have a very difficult time raising their families. Both parents have to work from dawn to dusk. Their children have no one to feed or watch over them. Left alone in the shacks, they are at risk of disease and abuse. We have visited these slums and selected the poorest children and those most at risk. These are toddlers between 2 and 6 years old. These children spend the daytime hours at the Father Ray Daycare Center, where they receive nutritious meals and loving care. Our teachers give them lessons in learning their ABCs. Group activities help the children to develop. But more importantly, the children are safe, healthy, and not at risk of becoming street children. The Drop-In Center and Outreach is our front line in the fight to save children living on the streets. When family life fails, it is the children who suffer most. With no place to call home and no one to love them, they end up on the streets of the tourist town of Pattaya. The lure of easy money and fun and excitement is very strong. They are at great risk. The Father Ray Foundation runs a drop-in center, which is open 24/7. It is a refuge for kids living on the streets. The outreach team is on the streets during the night hours when the children are out begging, doing drugs, or selling themselves at the bars and places of entertainment. They befriend the children, invite them to eat a bowl of noodles, talk about their lives, and try to interest the children in coming to visit our drop-in center. When the children come, our staff spends time with them to encourage them to change their lifestyle, help them to see their own value, and to plan a better future for them. When the children at the drop-in center are ready to make the change, we move them to a new and better way of life at the Father Ray Children's Home. Here the staff gives them personal attention to help them change their behavior and attitude towards life. The staff becomes mothers and fathers to the children. Some of the children need time for healing from the abuse they have experienced. Their self-esteem needs to be strengthened. Their talents and abilities are developed. We help them begin to dream of their future. It is very important to get them back into the school system, and we set no limits if the children want to and are capable of higher education. When we were children, we took our family for granted. Our parents gave us a loving home and took care of all our needs. When we were sick, we were looked after. Time for school, and our parents made sure we had the best they could afford. A family setting is absolutely the best way to raise children. Many children have no home at all. Their parents have abandoned them and walked away from their responsibilities as parents. The Father Ray Children's Village gives these children a home they deserve. We provide the children with a mother and an auntie who love and care for them. They learn responsibility and family values as they grow up. They receive education and health care and personal attention, just like normal mothers and fathers give their children. People with physical disabilities are at a double disadvantage. They want to live a normal life and be accepted by their brothers and sisters in society. But the opposite is most likely to happen. They are brushed aside because of the belief that somehow the disability is their fate. Their needs and rights are not considered. The Father Ray Foundation believes in these people. We believe that their disability can be reversed through education. We have proven it. 2 years of vocational training in computer science, business English, CAD design, media, or electronic repair, together with living in a loving, accepting atmosphere at the Pttaya Vocational School for Young Adults with Disabilities, changes their lives forever. When they have completed their courses, they not only receive a certificate of graduation, they also receive a job, a salaried occupation in a reputable business, factory, hotel, where they work alongside others, earning their living. Their disability has been changed into ability, or as Father Ray used to say, they are able to earn their own rights. We seldom give thought to what a wonderful gift sight is. Our eyes bring us the beauty of a flower, the smile on the face of a loved one, enable us to do many things. But what about those who live in darkness? Children born blind or partially sighted. The Father Ray Foundation operates the schools to educate blind children and prepare them with the skills they need to function normally in society. The children learn the valuable skill of reading and writing using the Braille language. Computers and special software and printers that print out in Braille are valuable tools. It's a sad fact that 70 to 90% of blind people in the world are unemployed. The Father Ray Foundation is completing a vocational school for the graduates of our school and also for other blind people. The purpose is to train them in an occupation that will provide a salary with which they can support themselves. We now care for 850 children and young people. That means over 2,500 meals every day. We give our children nutritious food, something they never had before. We spend around 120 million baht a year to feed and educate our children and young people. We get some support from the government, but most of it we have to raise ourselves. We can only do it with the help of our friends. We want you to see our work. Come and meet our children and share a little of their experiences. If you can give something to help us, however small, we can give our children the future they deserve. Thank you.